Is the country CEO back in the house again? Man, look, I'm on location, right? So got my laptop with me. I say, man, look, just did an impromptu live. Yeah, this the same day. And one of the guys had a great question in the chat, or actually made a great comment that really began to pique my interest once we got off. And I said, man, look, I might go ahead and talk about that. So look, welcome back to the channel subscribers, channel members. Appreciate you. Glad you continue to support this channel. Look, it's a great day in the neighborhood. I'm on location, out of town, but when duty calls, you got to do what you got to do, right? So look, I got a good one for you today. I want to have a little commentary with you about what do you do when you got bigger companies with a bunch of trucks and they trying to take all the work, right? That's a very legitimate question. What do you do when you got bigger companies in your area that have more trucks? So bigger as in they got a lot of trucks and it looks like they got all the work. They got it on lock. They got it monopolized, right? What do you do, right? All right, so look, this is nothing uncommon. Let me say that to you. Uh, in a perfect world, it could be a bunch of independents with two, three, four, five trucks, and that's it. But occasionally, you will run across situations to where there are companies with a whole bunch of trucks, right? And we're in a time in which convenience is key. Don't forget that. We live in a time where convenience is key. So if you got a company that can give these construction companies 10, 20, 30, 40 trucks off of one phone call, then that's what a lot of them like to do. Let me share something with you that one of the things that changed the game for my business back 18 years ago, I had been in the business about 3 years, is when I stumbled upon the fact that construction companies would rather make one call and get 20 trucks than to make 20 calls to get 20 trucks. Did you get that? That's game right there. All right. And so with that reality though, there is a place for you in the dump truck business, right? Don't trip, don't fret. There's still room for you. All right, because here's some pros and cons of a company having that many trucks, right? I'm gonna give you the pros first. Obviously, the pros is they can cover a lot of ground, cover a lot of jobs, right? Obviously, cover a lot of ground, cover a lot of jobs, tie up a lot of jobs, sew up a lot of jobs, right? All right, and so that's a reality. And so, with that being the case, sometimes you can feel left out in the cold. All right. Second thing is that they can pretend to leverage the smaller guys and kind of have you coming through them to work on that very job while, of course, maybe making some money off you. Now, I don't have any problem with the money being made off you as long as you're making what you need to make. All right, but it's a control measure too as well, whereby they want to control the work, so they make it so as to you have to come through them. Okay, all right, and so that's the problem I have with that. All right, so that's a pro as well as relates to on their part that benefits them. All right, so let me give you some cons though. The reality is, if you got that many trucks, the problem is that I've seen companies run into is that you ain't got that many good drivers out there. Ethan mentioned that an area he's in has got 200 trucks, but it's not 200 drivers in that one location area like talking about. I'm telling you what I know for be a fact. We were dealing with a company here, they had about 20, but he ain't had 20 good drivers. As I said, you got a problem with guys with alcohol, drugs, there's accidents. Next thing you know, things start crumbling. And he got that down to basic 7, 8 trucks, 9 trucks. And that's how it goes. And a lot of those companies don't want to pay those companies, those guys, all that overtime, payroll expenses. You got to have a staff to be able to maintain all that. So that's a headache for some of those companies. All right. And then another con of that is that it doesn't matter what you do, you can't get it all. And I want to encourage somebody who may be discouraged by that. They can't get it all, right? There's place for you. There's room for you. When God has a blessing and a place for you in whatever arena it is, it's for you. I survived companies around me, 20 trucks, 30 trucks, 20 trucks, all around me. Nothing to the extent of 200 like Ethan was talking about. But I certainly was in Baton Rouge. We've had times where they had companies with 20 and 30 trucks. And I still managed to subcontract and get jobs because what's for me is for me. I went out, I grind, and I asked myself the question, what makes me different from them? Well, number one, my grind, my hustle. When you got that many trucks, all of those drivers are not going to work hard for you because it ain't their trucks. But when you're a smaller company, you out there with your guys, you gonna grind, you gonna do things them drivers ain't gonna do for that other company. Did you get that? All right, so that's a nugget right there. So don't be discouraged when you see these companies with all these trucks. Don't mean nothing. Not a thing. Like don't move on platoon. It don't mean nothing. Not a thing. Take notice of it, but you keep doing you. All right, and see that's the problem sometimes we run into in business is we so worried about our eyes being on others and what they're doing and how many trucks they got and how they're doing it. No, keep your eyes pointed north and upward towards Jesus the Christ and trusting God to bless your business and you go out there every day and put him first. I'm telling you, it don't matter how many trucks they got. I'm a living witness after 21 years. It don't matter how many they got. What's for me is for me. And ain't nobody can do anything about it. They can't take it away from me. They can't stop my hustle. They can't stop my blessing. All right. So I hope this encourages somebody. Look, if this was valuable to you, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share this video. Country CEO trying to tell you what to do when it look like somebody got 200 trucks and you wondering, are you going to be able to do anything? Yes, you will and you can make it. Good night.